Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And tonight I have a little tip for you, or you might be going, never thought of that. But it's time to take a look at those framelits or dies that are in the catalogs. Take a second look at them. Don't always assume that you have to get them with the stamp set. Granted, you will save 10% if you purchase them in a bundle, but sometimes you might not want the stamp set. But don't overlook those dies. We have some gorgeous dies that you can use for lots of other projects. So don't underestimate the dies and the framelits in the catalog. Hello, ladies. I am having a great day. How about you guys? Perfect. All right, I switched the camera. I think that the tags die, this is in the Holiday Mini, is a little bit, what do I want to say, not noticeable. It's one that you might look at, but really, put it aside. It's cute and all, but I don't do anything with tags. I really don't want tags. I don't do Halloween. Valentine's, I don't do a whole lot. Christmas is about the only tag I would really be using. Those were some of the thoughts that I have been hearing from people. So I thought I would come on tonight and just tell you a little bit about this bundle, but mainly I want to talk about the framelits or the dies that coordinate with the bundle. So this is a little bit different. I don't think there's ever been a stamp set like this before. This is a photopolymer, but what it is, and you can see this is the one I've been using, this is the Halloween, is you get all three stamps on one, like they're all in one. They're not individual. So when you put it on the block, you get all three at once. And when you stamp them, you stamp all three to once. Now this is a big time saver, but you might not want to stamp all three to once. You might want just that center one or the one on the end. So there's a couple different options. You can take the craft and rubber scissors if you have one that Stampin' Up! Used to sell and cut them apart. Yes, I said cut them apart. I've cut mini stamps. I've cut mini stamps apart. You can easily do that. So like there you go. You're going to have the images are all stamped at one time. Like I said, it's a time saving. And then your framelits are the same. You're going to cut all three to once. So you can cut a bunch of tags in no time. Change up your colors and you have a bunch of tags. Now, like I said, you might not want to do three all the time. You might want this one and only this one, and you want 20 of that. Well, you don't want to stamp 20. So you can either cut them apart, and you can also cut your dies apart. So you would have three individual dies or framelits. Or you would have to take a marker and marker just the one, but when you're cutting it out, you would not want to waste paper. So it's a little tricky. So it has its pluses and minuses. And so what I'm going to show you tonight is how to get the most out of the framelits, because you might not particularly want to purchase the bundle. Even though I have the bundle, I will use the bundle. I think it's a great bundle. But, I've heard some people say, I don't like the little tags. So let's not underestimate the framelits. Look at other framelits in the catalog as well. If you don't like the stamp set, you might take a second look at the different framelits, because there's lots of things that you can do with them. Mix and match them with other stamp sets, embossing folders. They will go a long way. They're not just tied to that bundle. You can purchase them separately, although you do save 10% if you purchase it together. So this one comes with the trio of tags, and then it's got double snowflakes, pumpkins, and hearts. So what I did, this first sample I'll show you, this is the snowflakes. So when you die cut them, you're die cut two at a time. So that's nice because you can do a lot in minimal time. And they are separately when they come out. So they're not together, but they are separate. And then I used the woodland embossing folder and just glued those snowflakes on. And this is the tag here. And that is from my featured stamp set for this month, the Perfectly Plaid. It's this one right here. So interchange your stamp sets. These little tags make awesome sentiment. What do you want to say? Tags for your sentiments to pop up on your cards. So this one here, and you can't hardly tell, but I did spritz the whole thing with the shimmer paint mixed with the alcohol in our spritzers right here. I fill it up with the alcohol, and then I put about 6 to 7 drops of the shimmer paint, and it makes it all really pretty and shimmery. The next card I'm going to show you is this one right here. This one used my featured stamp set from last month, which was the Harvest Hellos, and this right here is your framelit again from the trio, and the sentiment is from the die, and then the pumpkins. For this pumpkin here, I just cut off the outside edge so you have a smaller pumpkin, and then again the woodland embossing folder. So this trio and the little shapes didn't use the stamp set that coordinated with it at all. So look at those framelits that we have. And if you don't like the stamp set, you might love the framelits for something else. So I'm just going to kind of show you this card again, kind of a take from this one, because I thought this looked a little plain, so I'm going to jazz it up. So what I did was I stamped it and embossed it, and then I took the balmy blue blend, and then I just went through the little lines in the trees, just like that. The next thing is I'm going to take the balmy blue ink and a sponge and just kind of sponge around. And what this is going to do, it's going to bring out the detail or the embossing of those trees. It just makes it pop. Where the white, it's pretty and all, but I like how the blue will make it pop. And if you want to just go around the outside edge and keep your center more white, whatever you like, go around the edging if you want. Sponging is always fun. It gives it really takes the starkness of the white away, adds a little pop of color, and like I said, it really brings out that embossed trees there. So really quick, just like that. Oops, I'm going to sponge that as well. This is from my little Birds of a Feather. It's the trio die, and then it's just the sentiment is from the Birds of a Feather. So mix and match your stamp sets with those dies. Just because it's sold in a bundle does not mean it's strictly for that particular stamp set. Think outside the box. So you can see how quickly this card comes together. The base is the balmy blue. Because it was an embossed card, I'm going to use my liquid glue on it. Stick that to the front. Just going to hold that for a second. We're going to pop this up. Get my dimensionals in here. Now you're going to say, well, the tag has a hole in the top. No worries there. We're going to put this on just like that. Next, we'll do our snowflakes. I got a bunch of them. Take the liquid glue. Put little snowflakes wherever you want your little blizzard. that there. We'll go here. We'll go here. We'll go down here. How about up there? And then one down there. Take my snowflakes. Put them on. They are the cutest little snowflakes. Oops, upside down. I do like the sponging. I think it really pops, but I'll let you see them both side by side when I'm done. This one has a little bit, it's got to have a piece popped out right here. Perfect. Now I'll take my jewels. Here's the hole from the tag. No worries there. We're going to take the gorgeous jewel, put that right there. Beautiful. And then you can do any of the little sizes of the rhinestones and put them on the snowflakes. So really quick and easy. I did spray first before I assembled everything because when you're spraying, it will curl the paper. So I usually do that ahead of time, but I think if I do it now, I'll be okay. What did I do with that? Here it is. Isn't that pretty? Love it. So here we are, side by side. Look at how much that sponging just makes it pop. I really like it. They're both gorgeous, but I think I'm leaning towards the blues. And then I'll give it a spritz. Just a nice light spritz with the shimmer paint, just to give it some more sparkle. You can't see it on the camera, but it is sparkly and pretty. Goes right beautiful with those rhinestones. So there you have it. Think outside the box. Don't think that if you don't like the stamp set, you're not getting the framelits, because those framelits come in really handy for more than just the stamp set that they were made for. Think outside the box, mix and match your stamp sets, your framelits, and you'll end up with some gorgeous creations. So that is my tip for tonight. Thanks for stopping by.